Barter 16, the album by multi-platinum artist Lil Uzi Vert that ultimately never got to see the light of day. This project was following their highly anticipated third studio album Pinktape and was going to pay homage to one of their idols, Young Thug. After all, one of Thug's projects, Barter 6, is what inspired the cover art for Barter 16, as you can see on the screen. While Thug and the rest of YSL, other than Gunna, are still facing RICO charges and going through court hearings, Uzi seemingly wanted to aid the Thug fans instead of adhering to their own, which ended up having countless of Uzi fans who not even care for this album as a whole. Alongside that, having a shaky rollout by multiple deceptions and half the album being leaked, the hype for this project was almost non-existent. Make sure y'all grab a snack and relax as we delve into the last couple of months to see why Barter 16 was overall a failure. While you're at it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this one. Before we can dive into why Barter 16 never came out, it's best to look at the battle Uzi has with their own desires and their fans' desires. Lil Uzi Vert has been struggling to maintain how they want to evolve as an artist and what the fans truly want from them. This is a power struggle that almost every artist faces within their own careers. As an artist, you are kind of forced to listen to your fans because they support your career. However, you also want to evolve and venture onto newer sounds instead of making the same music every time. The first time Uzi was faced with this challenge was the release of their highly anticipated sophomore studio album, Eternal Take, as the wait for this project was 2 years long with a bunch of the songs from it being leaked, causing the hype to grow even more. Not only there were leaks, this was also a time where Uzi seemingly retired due to label issues, which is something that they were claimed recently for different reasons, but more on that later. Following the drop of Eternal Take, most fans thought the leaks prior to this release were better than the songs that actually made it on the final project, thus causing Uzi to drop a deluxe to Eternal Take, which would serve as Love vs. the World 2. This instance showed the fans that Uzi will listen to their needs, which is a positive thing, but will cause more harm towards the artist themselves. Unlike their longtime friend and frequent collaborator Playboi Carti, where he stood confident with the negative reception of their sophomore studio album, Whole Lotta Red, it caused fans to keep returning to this album due to there not being any other new music. Most fans today do not return to Eternal Take other than the deluxe, which contained popular snippets and leaks like Myron or Kobe featuring Chief Keef. Now fast forwarding to June 30th, 2023, Uzi just dropped a new album, Pinktape, and the fans were having mixed opinions. Some praised the album for its experimental hits, while others were questioning Uzi's vision. The Philly rapper was heading towards a new rock direction and stepping away from being known as just a rapper, with songs like Werewolf featuring Bring Me the Horizon, which wouldn't be the first collaboration between them, and The End featuring Baby Metal. Everyone was extremely shocked at first listen. However, many fans began to question the direction Uzi was heading because once again, they began to ask what happened to old Uzi. Although they put 3 bonus tracks at the end of the project, which served as old songs that the fans wanted, it still was not enough to please them. It seemed like you either thought the project was trash to mid, or you really loved it. I for one fall on the latter side of things. I thought this project was severely amazing and honestly one of my favorites of this year. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Then Uzi would announce that they're dropping a whole other project instead of releasing a deluxe, which sounded similar to what they did back in 2020, where they dropped one to help combat the public outcry from the fans. They did this multiple times by story posts, updating their Instagram bio to say Love is Rage 3, and saying it on stream while they were playing Warzone.
You going to drop a deluxe?
No, I'm gonna drop a whole nother album.
It seemed like they were gearing up to release their third and final project within their incredible Love is Rage series. The last album within the series was received extremely well by everyone and is most notably one of, if not their best project to date, which is Love is Rage 2. This was the perfect time for Uzi to start hyping up Love is Rage 3, since they would be repeating the same strategy they did with Eternal Take and Love vs. the World 2. Following the announcement, Uzi would then be asked at Rolling Loud when the project is going to be released, in which he said, "I know I'll be lying, but in a couple months." However, they did lie, because he posted on his story apologizing and announcing a new tape on the way called Barter 16. This would also appear on his Instagram bio next to Love is Rage 3 shortly after. Now, as many of you might have noticed, Pinktape is not at all in the discussion following its release. This is due to Uzi's nature of instantly moving on to the next project. By doing this, they are driving the fans away from acknowledging the project they just released. As fans, we always look towards the next album while feasting upon the songs that were given to us as we wait. Lil Uzi Vert announcing the next 2 projects he plans to release does not allow the fans to fully take in Pinktape as a whole. Now, don't get me wrong, Pinktape still went off to becoming a #1 charting record on the Billboard 200, with the songs off the project landing on the Billboard Hot 100 as well. The tape even went off to becoming RIAA certified gold in just a month. It was still a successful album, but the longevity of the project started to deplete once the fans noticed the shift in Uzi's marketing. Returning to the announcement of Barter 16, numerous fans would be confused due to Uzi randomly dropping a mixtape out of nowhere after stating they're dropping Love Is Rage 3 in a couple months. Even if you didn't believe that, it is fairly odd to start a new one-off project instead of pouring as much time as possible into Love Is Rage 3. The main inspiration behind Barter 16 was Young Thug himself. As for the cover and the name, both came from Thug's album Barter 6. Uzi even went as far as to cosplay as Young Thug by dressing like him and dyeing his hair the same color too, thus making them look like Goku to becoming the off-brand Young Thug. Producer London on the track was set to be the executive producer of this tape. It seemed that it was going to have a dark horror theme to it, by London on the track posting on his Insta page asking people to send him dark samples or loops. July 14th of this year would be the first time where Uzi teased that Barter 16 would be releasing very soon, in a similar way Thug did. But as we all know, when a rapper says soon, it won't officially release until like 1,000 years later, which is exactly what happened throughout the months of July leading into August. For starters, we will see countless amount of snippets coming from the project due to the leakers already acquiring it. Leakers ruining this album would overall destroy any hype it might have had. Snippets like Playing Games, Jet, and Thigh Pads all were posted online, which later on all got fully leaked in August. For those who did listen to the leaks, they all claimed that the songs were mid or trash. Uzi would also post a snippet themselves with London on the track. I don't know, man. Uzi been doing shits with these Barter 16 snippets. Not gonna lie, I'm not trying to hear this. Tell him bring out Love Is Rage 3. Many fans were not too erratic about these snippets for Uzi's upcoming project. It already was about a month after the announcement of Barter 16, and people already started to ignore the tape as a whole. Even with possible features like DJ Khaled, Birdman, Lil Tyler, BK the Rula, and Young Thug himself, this album would still not be set up for positive reception by fans. 2 more snippets would be released on August 4th with the fans still not being too impressed. It won't be until August 12th where Uzi posted on his story to get Atlanta rapper Lil One DTE to 100,000 followers, and he will drop the project a week after. Alongside this, he allegedly put it on Opium signee Destroy Lonely's life, which these messages you might see on the screen right now might have been faked, so take them with a grain of salt, but I wanted to include them to show how serious Uzi was being. Lil One DTE eventually did reach 100,000 followers in about a day. Following this, a fan would DM him asking to put it on his mom's life that Uzi is going to drop Barter 16 next week, in which he did. So I hope Lil One DTE's mom is doing alright right now, because as you might have guessed, that shit did not drop. Instead, Uzi dropped the official cover art for Barter 16 on Thug's birthday. The track list would end up being spotted a few days later on Uzi's producer Ike Beats' Instagram Live. Ike Beats would post again on his Insta with the caption, "Soon." Alongside the caption, fans were quick to spot out the September 1st release date on the whiteboard in the background. London on the track would also tweet out that Barter 16 has been turned in on August 28th. However, September came around with no album to be found. At this point, the album was being teased so much that fans were convinced that it would eventually be released. To make matters even worse, Uzi claimed that Barter 16 is their best project in years to academics before the September release date.
Uzi said, yo, Barter 16 is sounding crazier than anything I've ever done in the last couple years. He's like, yo, this shit is beyond heat. This is what they fucking want. Like, he was so confident in the music. He was so confident in how good it was.
This caused fans to truly see that Uzi does not know what the fans want from them. Many fans just wanted the project to be released, so they'll start working on Love Is Rage 3. This relates back to the theme of struggling between what Uzi wants and what the fans want. It was extremely clear that Uzi definitely wanted to drop Barter 16 to show love to one of their idols. Sadly though, their plan was to rush out the project, it seemed like, because the most news we got relating to Barter 16 was when he stated in a video that he's trying to drop it by the end of next week, then drop another album soon after. Academics would double down on this by tweeting that Barter 16 is so soon, which marketing wise, he would have ended up battling Lil Tecca and Doja Cat at the same time due to them preparing to drop their albums during the same week. Once again, the album would not drop the following week. Instead, Uzi decided to remove Love Is Rage 3 and Barter 16 in the middle of September, then tease a new song alongside a music video named NFL. which did get a surprise drop on September 29th, 2023. Finally, Uzi would tease Love is Rage 3 once again on October 21st alongside adding Love is Rage 3 loading to his Instagram bio. Now it seems like the fans finally received what they wanted because Barter 16 would get cancelled for Uzi to focus on Love is Rage 3. More recently, Uzi has been going on their Pinktape tour where he's showing love to the fans by playing their favorite songs. Sadly, they will also announce that Love is Rage 3 is going to be their last album before they retire.
So, you know, I came to this conclusion not too long ago. I was gonna like wait till later to say it, but you know, I'm dropping Love is Rage 3. And, you know, Love is Rage 3 will be my last album.
This takes us to the modern day where no one really cares that Barter 16 will never see the light of day. With half the album being leaked, and those who have heard the leaks saying they weren't too special, to people who just want them to drop Love is Rage 3, it really seemed like it was going to be shelved, just like 1629. Furthermore, Uzi has said that their life has been rough for the last couple of weeks, in which the fans not allowing him to evolve does not make it any easier. Now, I want to leave off the video by saying that I don't fully believe Uzi's going to retire. They did want to release Barter 16 to show love to his biggest inspiration, but the people weren't having it. So, the next following statements are for when Uzi decides to come back. Now, Uzi, it's best to release the music that you want to release. After all, you're the artist. It's best to stand on business and release the music that you genuinely want to create and bring out to the world. So don't keep falling into this fucking music trap where you don't know what to release because of your fans. As fans, we should let them experiment with new sounds and develop more as an artist. The old Uzi is timeless. We'll always have those hits to listen to. So just like what Uzi said to academics, he's trying his best to evolve.
It's not even about the music being all the way 100% good. I'm trying. I'm still trying. I'm trying. I never stop trying. Even when y'all think I'm not doing shit, I'm trying shit behind the scenes until it sounds good enough for me to present it to y'all. I'm trying. I've been trying the whole time.